this is Tony with Kate's Crafty Closet, and today I'm going to show you how I made this really cool and fun watermelon card to give to someone for being so sweet. So thank you for being sweet. So let's go ahead and get started with this project. So I went ahead and cut down some watermelon fusion cardstock from Fun Stamper's Journey, and I cut my card to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 to make a side folding card. So we're going to go ahead and put that to the side. Then I went ahead and I used the MFT stitch rectangle die, and I die cut 2 of these. These are 80-pound Neenah Solo White Classic Crest paper, and I cut 2 of those out, one for the front of our card and one for the inside of our card for our note and our greeting. So put that to the side and we'll get to those. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to grab one of our stitch panels here, and I am going to grab a stamp that is a paint stroke stamp. This is one I just had in my stash for quite some time. Don't know exactly where I got it. There's some writing on here that I just don't recognize, but I will give you other options that you can purchase in the description box below, and all the other products that I use in today's video as well. So let's just go ahead and get started. The first thing I'm going to grab is the Distress Oxide Twisted Citron ink, and I'm just going to go ahead and ink up the paint stroke, and it's going to eyeball it somewhere, like not on the center, but somewhere in that area. So I'm going to go right here, and I'm just going to press, give it a moment for the ink to transfer, and boom, got it. I'm not looking for perfection. I'm going to grab some of my Ink on 3 stamp cleaner and put it on a microfiber cloth, and I'm just going to clean off my ink here. And then I'm going to go in with Distress Oxide Mowed Lawn. This is for our watermelon rind. So I'm just going to ink it up, ink up the stamp. Okay, got it. And I'm just going to go a little bit underneath the one I just stamped. And it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just having fun with it. So there we go. Technically that's our watermelon rind. And you can use any kind of inks that you have. I'm just using these today. Alright, next we're going to go in with some Distress Oxide Worn Lipstick. So, and ink up our paint stroke as well. So here we go. I'm going to go a little bit on the top of those. Let it transfer. And there we go. That's part of the watermelon. Okay, and the final color of ink that we're going to use today is going to be Picked Raspberry Distress Oxide. Beautiful color to finish off the watermelon. So there we have that. And like I said, it doesn't have to be on there perfect, and it has that distressy look. That's okay. That's okay with the watermelon. So we have that. I'm going to clean off my stamp, and then we're done with this stamp as we speak. So then I have a heart punch. This is just a 5/8 of an inch punch. If you don't have a punch, you could just go ahead and use a die if you want to. And I'm going to go ahead and punch out just one, because I already have them done on the side. And I'm going to link a video of a little tips and tricks about this. I'm going to cut this in half, and that's going to give me watermelon seeds. It's going to give me watermelon seeds. So I'm just going to go ahead and, because I did some ahead of time, I'm going to go use my art glitter glue for this, and I'm going to just add just a tiny dab of glue onto the seeds, and I'm just going to adhere them across our card. And it's like, so like I said, I'm going to link a video, tips and tricks of this little heart and some other things that you can do with these cut pieces. So make sure I'll link that at the end of this video, so make sure you click on that, check that out, and all that. And check out our Facebook group. It's all my social media will be listed in the description box below, and because we share our projects in there and all that good stuff. Love to see what you do and share your work if you're interested in doing that. And you can put as many watermelon seeds on here as you want. You can put them in random places. I'm just kind of going with the flow here, not going with a specific pattern. I'm just gonna fill it up. So, like, it's summertime. Who doesn't like some watermelon, right? It's one of the cool, refreshing, treats of the summer. I remember as a child, watermelon, and what I remember even more about the watermelons was the watermelon fights afterwards. After summer vacation, that was the last day of summer vacation with the family in a camp. There was always the traditional watermelon fight. And that brings back some memories, y'all. Brings back good memories. So it's always good to have some nostalgic cards that make us reminisce about yesteryear, right? So I'm going to put this last one on here, our last little seed. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with a white Signal gel pen. I always put it on my finger first to get the ink flowing, and I'm just going to add, for a little bit of a shadow, I'm going to put it right here in this corner. Okay, just to give it a little bit of reference, and like not super stressing about how that looks. Okay. So we're done with our Signal pen, a white Signal pen, and then I'm going to go ahead and I have some Enamel Dots lying around here somewhere. Or at least I thought I had some lying around somewhere, but I'm pretty sure of that. But we'll go ahead and do the stamping of our sentiment, which is from My Favorite Things stamp set right here. This is called Sweet Sentiments, and I already have my sentiment in here, and we're just going to go ahead and put our card into that top because that's where I have it lined up at. And then I'm going to grab my ink on 3 Blackout ink, my go-to black ink it's great for alcohol marker coloring, and it's also good for watercoloring. And I'm just going to stamp. I'm going to move this magnet because I just am, and I'm going to not push down too hard. I'm just going to do a light touch, and I got a shadow, but that's okay that I got a shadow because it moved on me, which is my fault. So, but that's not the end of the world. I just call it a shadow effect, right? We're good with that, or at least I am technically good with it. So I'm going to go ahead and grab these enamel dots that I have. These are some Echo Park enamel dots, and I'm just going to grab some of the green ones, and hopefully they don't stick to my finger too much. Okay, evidently it does want to stick to my finger and doesn't want to come off. All right, here we go. We got that one. We'll grab the next size. And finally, we'll grab the larger one, and we have our little enamel dot. So it's like I don't stress about this this sentiment down here, and leaving the mistakes in this video is like to tell it's okay. It's okay to have the mistakes, and to me, it's not so bad. So I'm going to go ahead and come in with some liquid pixie dust from Ink on 3. Make sure you shake it up before you use it each time. And I went ahead and put some in this little pan that I have. And I'm going to grab just an old paintbrush and swirl it around, get it mixed up. And I'm just going to apply it to the watermelon rind. And just remember, oxides, distressed inks react with water. And this has water in it, and it is a wet medium, so you may just be, just kind of dab it on. Be a little bit careful with that. So that will give you some really fun shimmer. I'll bring it up to the camera so you can kind of see what we got going on here. And then like you want to add more, you can. Give it a moment to dry. And then I'm going to go in with some foam squares. These larger foam squares are like my Dollar Tree find. Ever since I discovered them, it's become like I go to this Dollar Tree and I go straight there and see if they have any, because I like them. Like they're so fun and so simple and easy to use. So, okay, one more. Here we go. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and pull off the release paper, because we're going to then I'll go ahead and apply it to the card front, that watermelon fusion and cardstock that we have. Okay. Let's see. The release paper is the most tedious part of this card. At least that's what I think is the most tedious part, but hey, it's okay. You got to do what you got to do in order to get it done. Right, like one, well, two more, and we'll be done. And then I'm going to go ahead and add some liquid glue on top here, which is my art glitter glue, just so it allows me that little bit of wiggle room and it doesn't grab in case I don't get it on there where I want it to the first time. So we're going to come in with it, make sure our card is the right way. We're going to turn it around and do our best to line it up. And I'm good with that placement. Okay, and then we're going to go in with our other panel that we die cut earlier, and we're going to put this on the inside. So let's go ahead and open up the inside of our card, and then make sure the stitch side is up, facing up, and put some more art glitter glue and put it down on the card panel. And this is what completes our card for today. So again, thank you all for joining me. There is going to be links to all the products that I use in the description box below. All my social media will be there as well. And thank you again, and you all have a craft today, y'all.